Did you know black on black racism exists? I didn't know that until today. I didn't know that was an option. I mean, we think about racism, we think about black people versus white people. We might think of a Latino versus a white person, or a Jewish person versus a Latino person, or you know, we usually think of clear distinction. I witnessed black on black racism today. I was completely flabbergasted. Now, let me give you the picture, and I apologize. I normally don't put this type of content on my social medias, but this was so bizarre. I need to make a video just so that years from now, when I'm trying to scramble my brain from being an elderly person, I'm trying to remember what actually happened in my life, and I think, wait a minute, did I witness black on black racism around when I was 50 years old? Yes, future Lance, you witnessed black on black racism when you were around 50 years old. And yes, I'm using my government name Lance because this really happened in real life. So I'm with my father. We're at a shopping center. We're leaving the shopping center. Now, as I'm walking to the shopping center, I see a car that's potentially trying to position itself into the empty space that's next to us. Now, we're in the disabled parking. So my father has the disabled parking tag. We get in the car. Now, as I'm getting in the car, I also notice that there's another car potentially trying to get into that open spot. And I can clearly see that the other car has disabled tags. I don't know what kind of tags the car that's physically next to us have, but it looked like he's trying to get in, or he's just trying to get out of the spot because that whole area is a circle that's very tight. So I get in, my fat dad gets in, we're about to leave. And then the car that I witnessed, wondering if it's going to get into the spot, it gets into the spot. Apparently, and the parking attendant drives around in his clearly marked parking attendant vehicle and tells the person, hey, you can't park there. Now, first I see this person touch his rearview mirror and think, okay, he's probably getting the credentials to show, no, I have the credentials to actually park here. But no, that's not what happens. Instead, he yells at the top of the phone. And bear in mind, I'm going to pause between the words because I don't want to say the words back to back and potentially get this video flagged. I don't know what the particular rules are, but still, I'm going to pause. But when the person said, the person didn't pause, okay? So I'm going to put a pause to help protect this video from hopefully getting flagged. But he says, shut the F up, you dirty African. He's yelling, shut up, shut the F up, you dirty African, you dirty African, multiple times. He says, go do your job, drive around the clock, go do your job. I'm like, first of all, I'm already flabbergasted about him just yelling out of nowhere. It wasn't like he tried to defend himself. So I say, yeah, I can park here. Yeah, I'm just waiting for somebody. He'll be right out. Or I just don't want to drive around for another couple of minutes to find a park lot. Or just he just immediately starts yelling at this person. And then he's yelling at him, dirty African. And he's yelling, go do your job. Go do your job. He's the parking attendant. He's the parking attendant. What do you think his job is? Do you think he just drives around all day? That's all his job, just drive around? No, he's going to enforce the rules of the parking spaces, including the disabled parking. And bear in mind, so I'm pulling out and I'll start leaving. The other car that was waiting with actual definite tags for a disabled person there, driving around, and I'm driving around. The parking attendant starts driving around because it's a circle, it's a tight circle, so he has to keep the traffic moving. So he drives around and he goes back to that spot. And I don't know what happens next because thankfully my dad and I were leaving. We're getting out of the lot now. But both of us are just flabbergasted. This person is yelling. I don't know what it's talking about. Shut the F up, you dirty African. Go back to Africa. Go back to Africa. Now, I don't know if the person was actually from Africa. He definitely had a distinct accent. So maybe he was from Haiti. Maybe he was from Jamaica. Maybe he was from, someplace. He definitely had a distinct accent. So he's definitely likely an immigrant. Okay, I say likely because I don't want to assume things. But still, I'm like, what you're actually saying this stuff. And not only was saying that, but the person in the car was a black man. Probably within 20 years of my age, plus or minus. most likely minus. Maybe he's like a 30-ish or something. And I'm thinking, you are a black man telling another black man, go back to Africa, you dirty African? You're saying that? Like, dude, you must have some aunts, uncles, elder cousins, maybe even your grandparents might still be alive, who have had go back to Africa said to them by white people, by Latino people, by Asian people, by all types of other races, things like that. And you're saying that to this guy? Go back to Africa, you dirty what? And again, this person is probably in the wrong. He doesn't at once ever say, I got the tax to be in this spot. I mean, maybe there's a tiny chance he doesn't know that it's the disabled spot. Maybe just thought he just finally found his parking spot and didn't want to move. But I doubt it, because even though there's no sign or no physical posted sign that says it's disabled parking, the blue paint lines are clearly there. They've been there ever since that block's been repaved about 2 years ago. So, and still he's yelling, do your job, do your job. What do you think his job is? He's enforcing the rules. If he's not parking, and says you can't park there, the response is, go do your job. The response is, what do you mean I can't park here? Or why can't I park? If you don't know, that's not the response. You ask, why can't I park here? Not, go do your effing job, you dirty African. He's doing his job. You don't belong there. You probably know that you don't belong there in that spot. And I was thinking, there is a movie that's actually a remake of a movie. I'm sorry I can't remember it. I should have looked it up before. But anyway, it stars Chris Rock. Chris Rock's soul gets put into a white person's body. This not elderly, but older gentleman, white person. And part of the joke is that, well, since the soul is black, he will sometimes say black things and act in black mannerisms, even though he's in the physical body of a white person. And I'm thinking, is something like this happen? Is there some white person or Latino person or some Asian person or that Karen type of person that has somehow taken the soul of this black man's body and is telling this black man, go back to your country, you dirty African, even though you're in the wrong spot? You're telling him to go do his job, even though he's doing his job. You're yelling at him. You're taking this supreme authority that you are somehow in the right, or you are being inconvenienced, or you can tell off an authority figure. Yeah, he's not a police, but he's still an authority. He is the parking attendant, and it's clearly marked parking. I'm thinking, I was like, what is going on? How does that make any sense? I mean, I don't know what kind of bug was up his behind that day. Hey, it's tax day. Maybe he's had some tax problems. I don't know. But he just went off on this man who is doing his job, and he's yelling to do it. It was like, what? What? A tiny bit of me was hoping that there was some type of a prank skit. Just before I left, I looked and said, okay, is there some type of prank skit? Is there some type of TV producer or camera around to make sense? No, this is actually happening. So, yeah, black on black racism. Apparently that's a thing. Woo! Yes, future Lance, that actually happened. You're in a parking lot, in a disabled parking. A guy who probably knew he shouldn't be alone in that disabled parking starts yelling at the parking attendant because the parking attendant told him he couldn't park there, yells at the parking attendant, go do your job, leave me alone, go back to Africa, you dirty African. That actually happened in Future Lands. Black on black racism.